Fun with Flowers and J is brought to you today by Acolyte Technologies, the gold standard in wireless LED lighting.
Welcome to the world of flowers. I'm Jay Schwanke. I've spent my entire life surrounded by flowers. As a fourth-generation florist, flowers have been a part of my daily life for as long as I can remember. Now I'm on a mission to share my knowledge and love of flowers with everyone I meet. Growing, picking, arranging, designing, and sharing. It's all fascinating to me because I love flowers. Anything flowers and everything flowers. Welcome to Fun with Flowers and Jay. Today on Fun with Flowers and Jay, we're behind the scenes on an Acolyte photo shoot to show you how to create a special event centerpiece with orange roses and butterflies that lights up the night. Butterflies and the color orange are extremely popular. So for today's special event arrangement, we're going to incorporate the color orange as well as the butterflies, which allowed us to make the selections of the different types of roses we were going to use as well. We'll be using Milva roses, chilies, cherry brandy, and naranga. For our arrangement, I used the 8-inch foam sphere. The reason that I like the sphere is because it's a large quantity of foam and it allows us to place our flowers in there and already have a form that resembles the form that we're going to make the arrangement. I cut off the base of the sphere and placed it in a tray. That clear tray will sit up on top of our vase, but it's a perfect way for me to have lots of weight and moisture for all the flowers in the arrangement. Then I just go through and add my roses into the sphere, and I'm adding them at different heights. So some are taller, some are shorter. I'm also incorporating the foliage from the roses. So keeping those leaves on the stems themselves and then inserting them directly into the foam ensures that those leaves are going to last a long time. Then we're using the different sizes and shapes together. Now you could group them if you wanted to, but in this case, I'm mixing them throughout. And all of the different tints, tones, and shades go together so well. Then we go back in between those roses and add our hypericum. The hypericum adds great texture, and again, this is almost a red color of hypericum, so it looks really good with those orange colors. We have a round form, but I've added some Salome leaves on one side. That's going to give it an asymmetrical shape and make it more interesting when it's on top of the table. I also might add another Salome leaf when I get to the destination, along with my curly willow branches. That makes for easy transportation for everyone. This piece sets easily in the car. I've got other willow branches and the foliage. I can take those along, and then everything goes together at the location. Since butterflies are our theme, I also want to use a few butterfly orchids. These are called Buffalo Macara. They come from Amy's Orchids in Thailand, and they look like butterflies. It's like a stem that has big orange butterflies on it. We'll add those over here on the same side as our Salome leaves to help enhance that asymmetrical shape we're creating. I'll place those now and reserve a couple that I can throw in on site. I've created several stems of the butterfly branches. This is simply curly willow, and I've attached the butterflies with U-glue. The little squares worked perfect for this. We take those, we attach them to the curly willow and fold them over. Folding, that glue just wraps it right around the stem, and then there's a sticky place all the way around. We simply remove that protective coating and then attach our butterfly directly to it. It holds it securely, and they're also concealed too. Because the glue's clear, you don't notice there's glue attached to the butterflies. We've done several of those, so I've got plenty to take with me. The vase that we've chosen today is the Garnier vase from Accent Decor. It's great because you can use it this way, or you can turn it upside down and use it this way. You've got several different applications. So we're going to flip it this way today. We're going to emphasize this when we get on site with some more light and a rose and a butterfly. We're going to fill this with Deco Beads. We've got two different sizes. I've got the extra large Deco Beads here, And I also have the regular size Deco Beads. I made sure that I soaked them for 48 hours. So we'll add a layer of the small Deco Beads first. Now we'll add our Sumix 9. The great part about this is we can turn it on and then use our remote control to turn it off. We'll place this down inside the vase. And then add more Deco Beads on top. I'll add the large Deco Beads a few at a time. I want to kind of try and position them to the outside so that we can continue to see them. Add two next to each other so it looks nice and random. And then we'll just add a topping of the large Deco Beads. I love those giant Deco Beads because they're just so fun inside there because of the shape and dimension. Now you're probably concerned about this Sumix down inside there, but remember with the Sumix, I can turn it off. So now it's just waiting to go on when we're ready for it at the party. The next Sumix that we're going to use is a large size. It comes in two different colors. We've got it in the RGB, which means we can change colors. For this, we'll use the white. And I've also used the diamond wrap around the outside to conceal this. I use the black because we're working with monarch butterflies. So the black is going to enhance our butterflies. We'll set this down inside the vase and notice it fits perfectly in the top of this vase. With the concealment around the outside, we don't see the apparatus itself, but the light is still enhancing all of this. And it's remote controlled, so we can turn it off. For the bottom, we'll use the RGB. This is the 6-inch. It fits perfectly inside there, and again, we've wrapped it with the diamond wrap. For the center of this, we're going to use one singular rose. For this, I'm just taking this beautiful Tabasco rose and I'm reflexing it. We're gently folding back the petals. And then we'll cut it short. That sits right inside there. And then we'll add a butterfly. I'm going to take the butterfly wire and trim it just a little bit so that he sits right over the top of the rose. Then this piece will fit over the top. It's great because this is happening on the table surface where everybody's conversing, and the butterfly canopy will be over the top of the table. So now, let's get it set up on the table. It's great for situations like this, especially with a big arrangement where I'm going to add things at the location to get there before the table's set. I make sure I turn on my Sumix and then turn it off with my remote control so it'll turn on later. Then, arranging my tray on top of the Sumix at the top of the Garnier vase. Then, I'll add my orchids and my extra Salome leaf, and then our butterflies. I cut apart the different stems of the curly willow so that I can put the butterflies in exactly where they need to be. If I was doing 10 or 20 of these in one room, each one would be slightly different. And that's okay, because it adds to the eclectic nature and the spontaneity of the butterflies themselves. I reserved a few butterflies to place in the center so that those butterflies would be surrounding the roses in the interior of the arrangement. I didn't want butterflies just all the way around. So now, all that's left is to turn on our Sumix with our remote control. We'll turn on the bottom RGB, and then those two. It's so great that submersible was down inside, but ready to go when we were ready to light up the night. So it's a beautiful way to incorporate butterflies as a canopy over the table and have beautiful orange roses and orchids for an entire special event. Until next time, keep having fun with flowers.